Hey, what's going on, guys? SweetTooth1998 here, back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought it might be fun to do a bit of a comparison of Twisted Metal 1 and its sequel, Twisted Metal 2. I just really never understood why the first game gets so much hate. To me, it's always going to be superior. It's always going to be the best in the series. And I just kind of want to run through a few of the points I have on why I think that is, and maybe I can convince some of you guys. Take a lot of what I'm going to say with a grain of salt, because Twisted Metal 2 in its own right is a great game, but like, it just frustrates the living hell out of me that this game gets so much shit for its controls and, you know, all these other things that I'll get into here in a minute. But the way I thought about doing this was, I'm going to go ahead and pick 3 levels from each game and go ahead and compare them. So, without further ado, guys, here we go. Alright guys, so here we are on my first pick, Suburbia. This map to me is just, it's really a masterpiece on its own. Like this level specifically, and pretty well every other level in this game, really made you feel like you were driving around on a city street. Like, you've got these, you know, you're literally driving through a neighborhood right now. You've got pedestrians on the side. You've got, you know, you've got the highway system. You've got off ramps. You've got schools, parking lots, gas stations, along with all these other barriers. But I love this level. Like, this feels like I'm going out onto a highway right now. It feels like I'm taking that off ramp and I'm going off into this little suburb here, and that's what makes this first game so great. It made you believe that you were driving down a city street. Like, what's happening right here in front of me, this little chase, I very rarely see things like that happen in any other title. The AI in this game, to me, is just, you know, it's not the most intelligent, but to me it has the most charm, and I think that really sticks out from other games in the series. And I just really like that about the levels in the first game. Like, you've got you know, things you can destroy. You've got the parked vehicles all around. You've got just so much going on in this level. This map's huge, and I just really love it for, you know, how much it brought to the table. This is a very, like, at the time, this was like astonishing to have this much room to be able to drive around in and battle. Like, you feel like you're actually in a suburb in Los Angeles. Map for Twisted Metal 2, and I gotta say, like, it's just, it feels lazy to me. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna give me shit for even, like, saying that Twisted Metal 2 is a bad game, and it's not a bad game. It's just, I feel like it didn't do what the first game did as well, and it just bothers me that it lost so much of its charm in the sequel. And what I'm talking about here is, like, what we just saw there in Suburbia. It feels like you're driving on a city street. It feels like you're going on a highway. This is just a fucking loop with a couple of ramps. Like, what the fuck is that? It's like, it feels like a racetrack, right? Like, it's not, you know, and there's just, like, look at all this flat, open, like, area. Like, there's nothing going on here. You don't have any, you know, there's no, like, there's not even any, like, destructible cars. Like, you know, you've got a couple of buildings and shit you can blow up, but it's not anywhere near to the scale of any of the levels in the first game, in my opinion. Like, it just feels so empty and barren compared to those levels. And I understand that this is supposed to be like a bombed out LA after the first game, but, like, why are we in this weird, like, I don't even know what to call this. Like, I've never seen a place look like this in real life. Like, this does not feel like this could be a real location, which is something the original game does really well. You feel like you're flying around the streets of LA, and it just really bothers me that they kind of, you know, I love the things that were added, like, you know, the environmental weapon, The teleporters were all great add-ons, but they lost so much of the other stuff that it just doesn't kind of make it for me. And I think one of the things that really bothers me is, like I just said, this game's supposed to be like a burned out LA after the first Twisted Metal, but like instead of whatever the hell this is, I would have much rathered they just took one of the original maps. Like if they had took Suburbia and like made it look bombed out and destroyed, or even have part of an original map that was destroyed, and you could have like ramps going through some of the destroyed buildings, and like a crumbled falling apart highway, things like that. I just think it would have sold the idea that this was you could tell that a previous tournament happened here. And also the fact that Darkseid was supposed to return as this level boss, I think that was a sorely missed opportunity, and that's something I would have really loved to see as a fan. Like, that would have been great to have Darkseid back. But yeah, that's going to do it for this level. So that's kind of my comparison. I'm doing Suburbia and the LA map here. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But let's go ahead and move on with the next pick. Alright guys, and here's my second pick from Twisted Metal 1 is the River Park Rumble, which is supposed to take place in Beverly Hills, and I think this is one of my favorite maps in the game. This probably is my favorite map in the game, actually. But like, you've just got, like, I love everything we've got going on here. Like, we've got these ramps, which totally feel like something that, Calypso had his goons install onto the city streets for this contest to take place. Like, it's like it was put in there as part of the contest. And like, you've just got the, like, things like the ramps, you've got the parked cars here. You've got that, like, I don't know, it just has that charm to it. It's got that 90s grunge charm. It's just great. Like, this level did a really good job at, like, I love the scale of the buildings too. Like, they feel very on scale, which is another thing Twisted Metal 2 does not do very well. All of the levels, all of the, like, the assets, the buildings that you do see, they feel like way too large to even think that they could possibly be in the same scale as any of the vehicles. And I just find that it's just lazy, I think, like, is the best way to put it. It didn't capture the feeling at all that this game did, and it just really bothers me that it lost so much of that again. But like, you've got so many different things you can do here. You can slip into these little side streets and these alleys that are put in here. You've just got so much. You've got those little escape routes, which are, they're just excellent to have, and they're just cool. Another thing that the other game doesn't have that adds so much depth to this game are the little orange dudes, like the little, like, police force or whatever the hell they are that are trying to blow you away. They're like a little sub enemy that's reminding you that, hey, this is taking place on Christmas Eve on a public street. Obviously there's going to be somebody trying to put a stop to it, and I love that little bit of extra world building, and it just really cemented the fact and the feeling of you're driving around on a city street, and you don't give a shit about who's out and about. The pedestrians, they're running for cover. You've just got this absolute ridiculous feeling of, it literally feels like you're flying down the highway, blowing shit up, and it makes you feel like you're behind the wheel of one of these vehicles on a public street. And again, I'm just really sad that the second game kind of lost that charm. This has actually been tough to pick a view. Like, Paris is probably the closest level in this game to the River Park Rumble, so that's what I went with here. But this level, I guess Hong Kong also is the only other level in the game that I feel like I'm actually driving around on a city street. But like, even so, like I said, like, you don't have the ramps anymore. You just got this like it feels the second game just feels way too goofy to me, and it just kind of took that seriousness away from the first game, which I really just don't care for. It's just like it feels like a lot more silly. Um, it feels very comic bookish, which I mean is fine. Like that's great, but I definitely prefer like I said before, the '90s grunge of the first game. Like it feels dirty. It feels violent. It has a lot darker of a tone to it, and like again, this and Hong Kong are probably the only two levels in this game where you even feel like you're on anything that resembles a city street, which is, what it's supposed to feel like. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Antarctica and Amazonia, which is my favorite level from this game, they're great levels, but, like, they just don't, to me, they don't fit in a Twisted Metal game. And I totally, like I said before, take what I'm saying here with a grain of salt. But, like, I totally get what they were going for. They were, they wanted to, up the wow factor. They wanted to, bring something new and interesting to the table, and that's, I really, like I said before, this isn't a bad game. I just found it to be, like, a lot lazier than the original game was, and it just really lost a lot of its charm because of that, I think. And it's just, there's so many, like I said, I guess the exceptions here to what I'm going to say next would be Amazonia, Hong Kong, and Paris are the three levels in the game that aren't just flat, like, open plains that you're just, like, you get the shit harassed out of you in this game. There's no fucking cover. You get absolutely pummeled. You get fucking destroyed, and it doesn't feel like you're getting in a car chase or you're, running from someone. It's just the rest of the vehicles are ganging up on you and fucking you up, and it makes for really annoying gameplay, and that's why I will never favor Twisted Metal 2 over the original. Alright guys, and here we go with my last pick for Twisted Metal 1 with Rooftop Combat, which is I just think it's so much better than the big leap from Twisted Metal 2. Like, you have these buildings around that you can't actually go on, but they make it feel like you're in the skyline. Like, oh man, it just feels so much more realistic. Like, they've got just, you've got these buildings here are like, I find them to be a far better scale than anything that the Twisted Metal 2 level has. And, they made sure to border the map with, like, you see these buildings all the way across the map. Like, they're all around you. It makes you feel like you're in the middle of a skyline. The second game just doesn't do that, and I'll get into that when we switch over here. But, like, it just, this level, the music, just the tone, it's, it's about to be, it's like getting to be dusk on Christmas Day, and it's just, this is the final battle of the tournament, like, on the rooftops. Like, it was just a really cool concept, to have a battle on the rooftops. It's just, it just adds that, you're skirting and sliding around, and you can easily fall to your death, but, like, it feels like, I'll show you here too, like, when you fall off of these buildings, it feels like you just fell into a city street below. And I'm gonna show you in Twisted Metal 2, it doesn't do that at all. It's this fucking, like, I don't know, one of the buildings looks like a cat tower. Like, it's fucking, it's nutty. It's absurd. Like, it bothers me so much that, like, how lazy the level design got. And, like, I'm not really sure what the hell happened there or what they were smoking, but that's just my opinion, and, I'll just, I could talk all day about, how much better Twisted Metal 1 is than 2, but, yeah, let's go ahead and go over to the next level, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright guys, and here we are on New York, the Big Leap, in Twisted Metal 2, obviously. But this is what I'm talking about here. Like, this fucking building, like, what the hell is this supposed to be? It's just floating in midair. Like I said before, it looks like a fucking cat tower. Like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? Have you ever seen a building in your life that looks like this? And, like, look at this fucking, like, what the fuck is this skyline? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, from the first game, all the buildings are, like, you're surrounded by buildings that look like they're part of, the game. Like, not part of the game, but, like, part of the terrain. And it just, like, this does not feel like I'm flying around on the rooftops of New York. Like, it's strange looking. And, like, that's what I'm talking about with the scale, too. Like, the scale of the buildings you do see, they're, like, completely unproportionate. Like, they don't look like you could get out of your vehicle and go into them. Like, it's fucking strange. It's just weird. Like, and you've got, like, the Empire State Building. Did they use that twice? I don't think they do, which is surprising. But, like, it's just this fucking, like, flat fucking void. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Like, it doesn't look like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know. And, like, the Statue of Liberty's just fucking floating out in the middle of nowhere there. Like, it's fucking bizarre. And, like, I'll go ahead and show you here. Like, this does not look like I just fell into a city street. Like, how high up are we? Like, you see what I'm talking about with the scale and shit? Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know. And again, like, look how fucking flat and lifeless this fucking level is. Like, it's fucking atrocious to me. Like, it's just, the fact that anyone can say that Twisted Metal 1 is better, or Twisted Metal 2 is better than 1 is, like, I don't know what they're smoking. I guess I'll never know, but, and that's going to do it for this video, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it immensely. I definitely want to see you down in the comments below how many people's nerves I struck with this video by poking at Twisted Metal 2, which everybody says is superior, but you're never going to convince me. But yeah, I definitely want to hear what you guys think of my points and my criticisms here. Feel free to leave me a comment, like, or subscribe, or even a dislike if, you think I'm just, if I'm out of my mind. I would love to see any feedback. So, as always, guys, again, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.